My name's Katherine Brown. I was in my first year of teaching and I was living up in North Queensland. At the very young age of 22, I was actually diagnosed with ovarian cancer, a germ cell tumour called an immature teratoma. We were all just in shock, just thinking, how could this happen? They took out the tumour and I was adamant to start chemo straight away because I wanted to get better quickly, and my first chemo was the Monday after. I went to the oncology ward and straight away when I walked in I was the only young person. There was not one young person there, so it was very confronting. At all times, my mum was always there, or my dad, so I was never by myself, and I would often have to hold mum's hand. So that happened exactly 3 years ago. So I just celebrated my 3-year mega milestone on the 17th of October. So every year I do something to celebrate. My first day back at school was amazing. I was so excited, and I was just so relieved to be back to my normal self.
We're working really hard to translate our findings from the laboratory to the hospital bedside in order to improve the overall survival in ovarian cancer. So, the problem with ovarian cancer is that over the last 15 years, we haven't really made any major advances in improving overall survival of the disease. We now believe that that is because we've been possibly not treating it in the best way. Ovarian cancer is actually not just a single disease, it's actually several different diseases with their own individual characteristics. We've been treating as if it's a one-size-fits-all model, and hence that's the reason why, compared to a lot of other cancers such as breast cancer, colorectal cancer, where you're seeing a lot of advances, we're lagging behind in ovarian cancer. So what myself and my group are attempting to do is to look at individual different types of ovarian cancer and see what particular molecules can be targeted with respect to these different types of ovarian cancer. So at the moment my lab are looking at a protein called interleukin-6, which is involved in inflammation. And we found that if you actually try and inhibit this particular protein, it can actually stop cancer cells from growing. And we've shown this in patients in a clinical trial with an antibody in patients who are resistant to chemotherapy and patients who've done very well with that. So we are still in the midst of trying to find out why they've done so well, and also trying to find out how we can prevent patients becoming resistant to these new types of treatment. So I'm one of several people here at the Mater who research into ovarian cancer, and we have a number of other group leaders, John Hooper, Jeff Faulkner, David Munster, Kristen Radford. All these people, together with myself, are dedicated to looking at new ways of treating ovarian cancer in order to improve patients' overall survival. As you know from having chemotherapy, it's not actually targeting a specific process. So for that reason, it's targeting the tumour, but also other healthy processes. And from that, you can get pretty sick.
Yeah.
The thing what we're looking at here is honing in on particular proteins and other molecules. And from that, you can avert getting these horrible side effects like your sickness and your fatigue, tummy pain, and all those other things which you unfortunately experience. So there is a major advantage in doing that. However, having said that, there are some new drugs on the market which are still targeted but do have some very serious side effects. So we're also working on trying to find alternatives to those novel drugs which can actually do the same thing but with no serious side effects. We are relying on government grants and grants from generous benefactors. The government grants are exceptionally competitive. So for that reason, you're more than likely going to get money from foundations. The call for generous benefactors is now increasing in view of the fact that we're in these austere times. So we're working really hard together from the lab to the hospital in order to translate our new findings in order to improve overall survival in ovarian cancer. We need your help.
Being diagnosed with ovarian cancer changed my life completely forever, and I'm truly thankful for all your support, because you have actually given me my life back, and now I have a future filled with many opportunities.